Corey is going to be going to the top of a 71-foot mast. I am going to be down below using the winch to get him up, the electric winch, and also a safety, and communicating with him through headsets. He has to basically change out a light bulb that unfortunately is at the top of the mast.
So before we get too far into going up the mast, I just wanted you to take a quick look at how much there is that has to be done, both before launch and after launch. So you can see it takes several days. In fact, for us, because we had things that had to be repaired, it was an entire week before we did this on the last day, before we actually took off from Leros to Lipsy.
All right, so preparing to go to the top of the mast. Denise will be cranking me up. Thank God we have electric winches. So I'll be going up on the main halyard, and then we have a spinnaker halyard as a safety that she'll keeping tension on. They're both locked through clutches so that if one were to park or let go, the other one keeps me in the air and I don't come tumbling 71 feet to the deck.
That is a good thing. All right. Ready to roll.
Ready. So I think I'm ready to go. I have my stuff in here. Tools on this side. Light bulbs on this side too. My silicone spray.
All right.
To contact cleaner, wire cutters, screwdrivers, etc., etc.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Stop. Safety, please.
Yes, sir. I'm pulling the safety. Okay. Hey, how's it going up there?
Going well. As you're hoisting me up, I'm spraying silicone spray into the mainsail track so the main will go up down easier. I'll do the shivs at the top with this as well. And then on the way back down, I'll go slowly and inspect it.
Okay, it looks like you have a few more feet to go.
Oh, about 8 feet.
Okay.
Hard to judge distance down there.
So I'm going to start at the bottom and go all the way to the top.
Well, this is what 71 feet in the air looks like from the top of the mast. And down to where Denise is, 71 feet below. Wave.
Okay, Captain, so give us a debrief on going up the mast and what you would have done differently, potentially.
Went up the mast to check the rig. The rig is fine. Lubricated all the sheaves for all the halyards, etc., etc. The masthead light for anchoring is a sealed unit, so I was
Which you didn't know, right, ahead of time? Yeah.
To do anything with the bowl like when I got up there, it was a sealed unit.
Thank God for ChatGPT that you gave me the model number and we understood that it was futile to try to open it, right?
Otherwise I would have been up there cutting and trying to get it open.
Right.
When they mounted it, it was kind of interesting because they mounted the light with the 3 screws to hold the metal plate that holds the Windex, which is absolutely ridiculous. When I'm going to take the light off, the Windex came loose. Fortunately, I was very quick and grabbed it and it didn't come crashing to the deck.
That must have been scary.
So I will go up with a drill and a stainless steel nut and bolt next time up and put one extra in, holding it directly to the masthead, so we can swap out anchor lights at will without an issue in the future. Greetings from Patmos and the top of the mast shortly.
What are you going to be doing?
We are replacing the slugs for the sliders for the boom furler track and spacer that, due to high winds in the past, have pulled them out from the mast. There's a metal.
So before you start that, for people who don't know what an in boom furler is, can you
That's this piece right here where the mainsail rolls up into the boom. It goes. It's not folded, it doesn't go in the mast, it rolls in the boom. It goes up a track that's attached to the mast. There's a spacer of fabric there to give it some flexibility as it goes up so it doesn't tear the boom off. And that track farther up is pulled away from the mast due to the machine screws that are holding it in have stripped out from the aluminum slugs that are inside. So I'm going up there, unscrewing all those, I don't know, about 50 screws, taking the track off, putting new sliders in. The sliders I can hold in this track from sliding by putting a piece of sponge behind it, putting it in, marking where it is to drill through for the track. I will then be using machine screws to attach the spacer track that's on the mast.
So you basically took regular sponges from the hardware store and just cut them into bite-sized
into
pieces,
squares to
more
hold
or
it
less.
just enough to hold it in place while I'm working on it until it gets tightened in with the
But
screw.
meanwhile, it's not going to be as easy as you
Oh, it's
are
gonna be a pain
making
in
it
the
seem
ass.
because I'm about to hoist you all the way up there,
Yeah, I'll
right?
be halfway up the mast swinging in the wind
Yeah.
and wrestling with the track that's in the way.
At about
so,
12 knots right now, so we better get going.
so it's not going to be easy, but that's what you do.
All right, see ya. What are you doing now?
I'm rigging the bosun's chair that will hoist me aloft, and I'm attaching it to the main halyard. I'm also putting a secondary halyard on it as a safety, so if one of the halyards were to part or you let it go because you don't like me, the other one will still hold me. If you let them both go, well then I'm out of luck.
Then that's called murder, I think,
Yes.
at that point.
Something like that. It's very
If
bad.
the safety for the safety
Very
goes.
bad, but that's the way it
All right,
is.
we'll set that up now. So I hoisted Corey to about this location on the mast, which is about halfway up. I'll show you the whole top. It's about halfway up right now, and he's trying to determine whether he has enough lack of movement to execute this, because I know it doesn't seem like it's windy, but it's